He speak bold, he's strict, and he just tell you the hard truth. And sometimes I feel like, oh my god, is this man actually knowing what I'm going through? Why is he talking to me like this? Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, I'm Semiloore Priscilla. And on this channel, I share content focused on personal development, personal growth, healthy lifestyle, faith content, especially for women who want to become better versions of themselves. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you media that I normally consume, the exact YouTube videos, podcasts, sermons that is helping me to grow. And they are not just random recommendations. These are platforms that have shaped my mindset, my faith, and how I see life. The first person I'll be talking about is Ezni Zara. If you may watching my videos, you know that I talk about Ezni Zara a lot. I mean, I got to know her through a book that was sent to me by God's favor. Shout out to God's favor for putting me on that book. That book is called The Art 20 Something. The Christian content creator who talks about faith, relationships, finances, navigating life as a young woman. And she also brings in other content creators in a podcast. A podcast is Easy Like Sunday Mornings on Spotify. I think it's also on YouTube, but I'm mostly listening to it on Spotify. She's just like a big sister that is guiding you through life. The next person I'll be talking about is Kamsu Azuzi. I got to know Azuz as sorry, Kamsu Asuzu. I got to know about Kamsu through Igne channel, and she's also a Christian content creator. She talks about faith, she talks about um, finances, a whole lot of topics. I mean, people normally think Christian content creators that just come and talk about their kingdom, talk about your Christianity life. It's not just that. We talk about a whole lot of topics. I remember I watched Priscilla video of Disney when she was talking about healthcare, the type of perfume she used, how she type of cream she used for her hair. So they talk about lots of topics with both Disney Zara and Kamsu Asuzi. And also, Kamsu just started a new YouTube series which is called To Be Seen, and I am learning a lot. You have to check that series out. I'll be honest with you guys, before I started my internship, I'm not someone who listens to sermon. Like, I just need that Sunday service and Sunday sermon with enough. I mean, I watch Christian podcasts. I listen to a lot of Christian podcasts in different topics. But I've just sit down and just like watch YouTube sermon, like the sermon that they've done before. I don't do that. But when I started my internship, my study becomes unpredictable because there are some times that I have to go to work on Sunday. And I'm like, I have to be more intentional about my Christian life. And because I don't go to church always every Sunday, I'm like, I really have to be intentional about my Christian life. And what did I do? I decided that during my off days, I'm going to listen to one or two sermons. And that decision actually changed a lot for me in terms of my faith journey. The first pastor I'll be talking about is Pastor Olubaki. Oh my goodness. I got to know this man through this song, the volume of the book. Calling the volume of the book. It was written about you, God. That particular song, it was someone who sang it, but he was using that song like to open books for we the Christians, especially those in relationships and those that he was roasting us in terms of giving us the hot truth. I mean, there are people that will just give you like just sugarcoating for you, but he doesn't sugarcoat. And after I got to him, I'm like, oh my god, I really like this pastor. And I started listening to him on YouTube. I started listening to his sermons. And to be honest, he speaks bold, he's strict, and it just tells you the hard truth. And sometimes I feel like, oh my god, is this man actually knowing what I'm going through? Why is he talking to me like this when I'm watching his sermon? So if you are someone who wants strict or truth, then you should listen to his sermon. The next pastor I will be talking about is Pastor Lawa. I got to know Pastor Lawa, I think at the end of last year, and he's a youth, so he speaks to us in a calm way, someone that speaks in a calm way. Even though he's speaking in a calm way, he still speaks directly attacking you. And I feel like because he's a youth, there's a way he approach with the young ones. I don't know, there's a particular way someone who is like in his 70s will speak to you, and how you connect with the person. There's a way that someone in his 40s, in his 30s, or in his 20s will speak to you that oh, you'll be able to like talk to people. So there's a way you communicate with we they use that it's another level. And I really love how we Semonza. So you can check his Semonza out soon. So I had this friend in my third year. She's my roommate, but she's also my friend now. And she only listens to relationship talks. I'll be like, why are you listening to marriage talks like that? I mean, it's good for you to learn about things. I'm like, the teachers in church, so it's enough for me. As I said earlier, they teach me in church, so it was enough for me. Sometimes I made it that way. But then she was like, oh, you can just listen to it. She listen to these people. And every time, like, why you only listening to relationship talks, marriage talks? And there's a particular couples that she used to listen to that Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo and also Pastor Mildred Okonkwo. And I'll be like, why are you always listening to them? Like, isn't there enough you want to tell you in church? But I decided to start listening to these people. And oh my goodness, my standard, where I see relationships, where I see myself, a lot of things actually change. Their content really changed my perspective about relationships, especially LD relation and also standards. Like the standard I have to have for myself, the standard I have to look for in a guy, and what Christian marriage is. Like people just believe that when there is love in it, like everything is fine. That's why I also believe it. But I realize that there has to be action. Like both of you have to put in their work. You have to put in the work to make their marriage work. You have to put in the work to make their relationship work. And they always tell you that a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. So like I learned a whole lot of things from them about marriage, relationship, and it has really developed me. Like it has really brought out a new old me. I mean, before I started listening to them, I had a list of things I want in a guy. Oh, I want this, physical, this. I mean, it's not like I don't want those things, but like when I started listening to them, I got to realize that I need to have realistic expectations. I need to know what I really want. Like, is it just this physical thing? Is that what is going to feed the marriage? Is that what is going to like make the marriage to grow? Like, I got to know about expectations, standards that I should have, and listening to them is really worth it. If there's someone who wants to know about LD marriage, you want to know about Christian marriage, you want to know about what LD relationship is, you should listen to them. If I want deep unfiltered truth, I go to Eyushola Olayeye. Oh my god, this man is an entrepreneur. He's someone who talks about finances. He talks about personal life. He talks about personal growth. And since he got married, he has been roasting singles. Like he roasts singles. Like he really highly roasted. And we talked about like what you should do with your life when you are single. Yes. And he also brings in other people. And those that he also brings in other creators, entrepreneurs. He also roasts people with their talk. Make sure that they talk to us in a realistic way. Like, okay, these are the things you should do. These are the things you shouldn't do. So I would like to you that if there are some kinds that I scroll and I see it with I just scroll past. I skip it because I know that right now I'm just chilling. I just want to chill on social media. But I still go back to the videos because I mean, truth is normally hard and it's really uncomfortable for you to hear the hard truth. And since he's also a pastor, he talks about your Christian life too. How you should be able to maintain everything together. I mean, I told you he's an entrepreneur. So him being an entrepreneur, he talks about finances, he being a content creator too, put everything together and how you can balance life. So if you're someone who is into personal growth, personal development, who wants to enhance the finances, there's someone with that entrepreneurship mindset, you should check his videos out. He's on YouTube, he's also on Spotify. I know he's on Instagram, but I'm not sure if he's on TikTok. I don't know. You can check him out. Next podcast is BBC Learning English. I mean, this one might shock you guys. I mean, it looks like that, but I'm someone who communicates for a living on camera, with patience, everyday life. I'm always learning how to express myself better. So this channel help with vocabulary, presentations, learning new words. Like we literally talk about a particular topic, and while talking about that topic, they bring out vocabularies and they tell you the meanings of each of those vocabulary. And you are learning something like you're learning about a particular topic. Let's say they are talking about breakfast. Talk about breakfast, then they bring out other terms maybe under breakfast. and you've learned about breakfast, like that's the healthy lifestyle about breakfast, and you are learning vocabularies in it too. So it's like you are doing two things at a time. You're getting two things at a time. Next one is TED Talk Daily. TED Talk Daily, they talk about so many topics. They talk about AI, public speaking, adolescent health, mental health, women, productivity, communication, a whole lot of topics. And I know TEDx is in down YouTube. They are also on Spotify. I used to listen to them on YouTube before, but I changed to Spotify. And it's honestly one of the best podcasts out there. The next one is Stuff You Should Know. There are someone who likes learning about random things, like let's say it's Moon wants to learn about the moon. You can listen to them. I mean, they literally talk about a whole lot of topics. Like maybe they're like two people having conversations. This one is talking, they are talking, they are both communicating. So you are just listening to them. They are learning about that particular topic, and as they are learning, there are new words that they are using, and you can search about those new words. And one thing about all these podcasts is that you have to have your dictionary on your phone. I mean, I have my dictionary on my phone, so I always go there to, like, maybe I'm listening, I'll just pause, I'll go and check the dictionary, what's the meaning of it. And I use a dictionary that can be used offline, and sometimes I can download this podcast. So I just go and check the meaning, and I go back and continue listening. So it's like I'm learning new words, I'm learning about something new, maybe about the moon, I'm learning something new about it also. So I know you're probably thinking, how does she have time for all these? How does she listen to them? Is she lying and all that? Honestly, I'm not someone who just like sit down and just be listening to them. Like, baby, I'm sitting there right now and I'm listening to this podcast. I don't really do that. I also don't do that. I mean, I enjoy it sometimes, but sometimes I don't enjoy doing that. What I mostly do is that I download these videos, this podcast here. I use Spotify and YouTube. But most of the time I use Spotify, because Spotify, I can literally go to WhatsApp when using Spotify. I can go to other platforms now, still listening to it. But I don't, but for YouTube, I can't do that. I'll have to go and pause. It's going to pause, and I'll have to continue later on. And also, I create time for this, for listening to this podcast. Let's say I'm someone who cooks meal prep, like every week. I always cook meals for the week. So when I'm cooking for the week, I make sure that I listen to a podcast. One of the YouTube videos, I listen to them. I'll just put it down and listen. I'm cooking. Let's say I'm using 45 minutes in cooking. That 45 minutes, I'll use it in listening to a podcast. And sometimes I might listen to just one, sometimes I listen to two. Sometimes the podcasts are just 15 minutes, sometimes they are 2 hours, sometimes they are 1 hour. Especially Stuff You Should Know, they have long videos, and also TEDx, they also have long videos. Sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's 45 minutes. So as I'm cooking, I just listen to them. And sometimes I'm not able to like finish one particular video or podcast at a go, like just once. And I come back to listen to them maybe when I'm washing clothes. Also, when I'm washing clothes, I also listen to podcasts. And when I'm also going to work, I put in my earphones and I listen. And there are some weeks that I don't listen to podcasts. I mean, I always try my best to learn something every week, but there are some weeks that everything is just so packed up that I'm not able to like listen to something new. I'm not able to learn something new. But the next week, I make sure I come back with more intentionality, with more energy, with more strength. At the end of the day, what you listen to actually influence you. I mean, the voices you allow into your mind, they influence who we see, they influence who we have conversations with. That is you that we have conversations with. So it's all about the intentionality. It's all about you wanting to grow, you wanting to become a better version of yourself. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, do well to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Subscribe. It helps me to grow as a YouTube content creator. So please do well to subscribe and share. Let people know about this channel. Share this video. See you guys in my next video.